it's really fun because I am doing my articles by speech to text, and then I get AI to fix all the punctuation. Very, very precise with don't change anything outside of errors. And so I will read it again to make sure it didn't, because I used to catch it. But lately it's been very good. Yeah, even Satan's tools are failing. Yeah, all the dark magic. And just, there's no darkness in the light. Yeah. Anyway, to the grace, which is also to light. I put some good long stories here, and I got endless love songs I could have really put. I was like trying to put in the scripture, and here's the thing: though all the songs are also attaching to. So Paul Simon and when he was Simon Garfunkel, and they did the Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And I mean, if you can't read God into that really quick, I mean, my very existence in life. So then I looked to the history, and this is just like the other day when I did the one with the girl, and she had a history of suffering and dark times, and then she's becomes one of the best gospel singing, beautiful, very good story. Anyway, this is similar because I find his song of like Bridge Over Troubled Waters right away. I knew I was picking this. And then I find the history to the song. And he is choosing this theme based on a gospel song. And the names of the people in it. And this is not the first time this has happened. This is the second time where I'm getting some messages from God. And they're attached to Martha. Okay, you have to understand too, my one grandmother's name was Grace Mary, but a lot of times they would go by their middle names. Coincidentally, I also go by my middle name, or I did. Now I go by Yah-Son, okay? Coincidentally, Yah means God, and son. But Jason in Hebrew is Yason. Okay, so I just really added the H to be the Son of God. Yeah, and I am a child of God. In Jesus, this is a transition that is also of the case. Yeah, it's a beautiful story. And I find love stories and love songs and everything. And like I said, with Paul Simon's song, and then all of a sudden there's Mary, Grace, okay, and Martha? Yeah, this is the song basically that I start doing from with the story of Grace, and then there's a Mary and Martha, and this is from Scripture as well, and I included some of it, but it doesn't just happen once; it always happens, and God's creation is amazing in that it's timeless. Yeah, all creation is made by God. He knows the beginning and the end before we even go through it. Yeah. Anyway, it's amazing. And so the story of grace in which we had failure. By the way, I got a little bit of tears. So that's tear. It's water to the eyes, and it's out of joy. Now, the best part of these stories is that they interconnect, and I see it over and over again. And I gave an expression also in story regarding God being timeless, but I also was shown something. So I believe that God showed me it so that I could understand, because it's not exactly how others see it, and I was shown it. And what I was shown was myself in 3 different times in my own home, okay? But I could see it just like I'm looking at myself on the video. And of course, in the video right now, I'm looking at myself. I know what I'm thinking there. But here's the interesting thing. This was the case with 3 different positions where I was on the floor, I was on the couch, I was at my desk. But I could make any one of those times the primary time. So I could go into the one down by the stairs, and I did. And then I could go back to the one at the desk, and I did. And why does God show me things? He showed me many things, including a win in love. And so even 3 years ago is even more than that. I was like, look, 4 years ago, I was doing an event, Armageddon Down, because I always look to tell a love story, even in a bad story. And, end of the world, you can't get worse than that, right? Okay, well, unless you know how bad the world is, then it's a celebration, as it is to leave this life to go to the life in spirit with God. Okay, but I chose that is the theme for all the event that I was doing. Love wins, because I understood that this was an experience. I was shown I won. It was a celebration. Even going through the darkness into the light, it was even celebrated there. So this is a big win. Yeah, big win. And I said I came out of it before I was to see the prize. And I realized, maybe it was even 3 years back now, that that is the prize. It's love is the prize. It's not just that you are winning in the love of God. God is love. Jesus was to give you a way out of the sinful heart into the heart of righteousness. Anyway, it's all grace. It's all beautiful. And I went from all these different words: love, covenant, the covenant of grace, truth, light, and then now is grace. And two beautiful stories. And it's all here. It's all written out. I use the speech to text, so it's great because I can go from one part to another, clean it up in good writing. And my punctuation and so forth's not that good. So he is good for this. Yeah, it's very good. It would destroy any good article if you leave it to it. I'll have to do the corrections for sure. But it has improved as far as being helpful this way. It's really good for finding scripture and research and so forth. And I know what I'm doing, and I have memory of all these things. And I've got many more good stories, love songs. And I could have listed like at least 20 other songs, probably 200. I say 20, but I get to 20 and it would be more like 200. So I'm very happy with these amounts. And there's a song, Your Own Personal Jesus, and it was covered by Johnny Cash, and a beautiful cover. And he also reads the entire New Testament. And I was considering adding this, but it's quite unique. I'm going to do this as a separate thing altogether, but I wanted to mention it too because it's amazing. It's quite well read, and I wish I could read a little better, but I can talk, and I have a good memory. And everything that I'm talking about is from memory. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the stories of family and the connections through the songs and so forth, that's a wink. God winks to me, and he puts things that he knows I will find, and it's quite beautiful. And that's love stories again within love stories. It's all love, and it's all God. I love you. The grace and the experience. By the way, of course, you have to believe in Jesus. Yeah, and to believe in Jesus is to have faith in God. Both needed. I love you.